everybody, welcome to the Department of Comics. I'm your humble host, Agent DeCamp. Happy to see you here. And recently, YouTuber Brian LCS, look him up. I'll leave his link in the description. He's a great YouTuber, but he just got some things from Kickstarter where it's 4 volumes of the Amazing Spider-Man comic strip from the newspapers. He has, I believe, from 77, 78, 79, and 80, 4 volumes. And I saw that, and I went on to Kickstarter. It's already closed. So, of course, I'm too late to it. Maybe next time. But when I looked at the campaign, they had a facsimile of one of the original paperbacks. And I was like, I have that. So I just decided to go down a little bit of memory lane here with some paperback comic-style books. So we're going to start off with, like he had, the Spider-Man newspaper strips. Okay. This one here came out in April of 1980. It's all the Stan Lee. There's the back cover. And the really cool thing about this is the newspaper strip was in black and white, except the Sunday one, which was in color. But these are all in color. They colored them all when they put them in the paperback. And the paperback is by Pocket Books. This was originally $2.50 back in April of 1980. And this is number 1. And then they actually had a number 2 from Pocket Books. This one came out in June or July of 1980. Let's take a look. July of 1980. And this is another one where they colored the strips when they reprinted them here. So it's really cool. Mine still has the original price sticker on it from the supermarket I got it from. $2.43 back then. Okay, so those are really cool. I like those. Those are neat. So, had those for a long time. I bought them new off the stand. And then, staying in the paperback realm, comic books have always been kind of, not always, but they've been, since the 60s, put into paperback style form. You know, mass market paperback. And like I have this one here. This is number 1 issue, published by Lancer in 1965. But this here is all in black and white. Okay, and they only have a few panels per page. A lot of times you got to read it lengthwise. So I just thought that was really cool. Has a 50-cent cover price. 1965. I did not buy this off the rack. And let's see. It has a thing here about Stan Lee and everything else in the back. Okay, and then I have to look at my notes here. They made a black and white one in 1967. Oh, this is also black and white like the other one. This is book 2 of 1967, the one I just showed you. Okay, this one's weird. It has purple all around the edge, and I don't think somebody colored it because it didn't bleed into the inside. But this is part 2 of that from 1967. And this is also published by Lancer, and it has a 50-cent cover price. Okay, then in 1977, Pocket Books, along with Marvel, came out with this kind of trade paperback. This reprints issues 1 through 6 of Fantastic Four. Okay, except these, each page is an actual page in color. These are how I actually read the first 6 issues of Fantastic Four. Well, I did read the first issue in the Origins of Marvel Comics trade paperback, which when I finally dig that out, I'll make a video about that as well. So yeah, that was really cool here. And then in, let's see, 1982, they came out with another one. This pretty much does more about the Silver Surfer. It has 2 thrilling classics in one. And I'm trying to see which one it is. It looks like it's 55. Yeah, I think it's 55, judging by the cover. And then another issue. I can't remember what issue that one is. But, yeah. This is pretty cool. Like I said, this one came out in 82. This is actually by Marvel Illustrated Books. I don't know if you can see that on there. So, and this one had a cover price of $1.75, whereas the color one in 77 was $1.95. I bought this one off the stands. This one I bought from a mail order service that I had back then. because once again, I didn't have an LCS anywhere near me. That was Westfield Comics. They're still in business. You gotta check them out. DC also did this with Tempo books. This is also from 1977. Okay, except DC did they do full? No, they didn't do full pages, but they also only did black and white. So nice Neil Adams story there. They did several different issues. There's the storylines. I guess I should have wrote down the issue numbers. And then in 1978, they had a Superman version right here. Cover price of $1.25, which is what the Batman was. Once again, black and white. Those are the stories there. Okay. Then in 1982, Tor Books came out with the new Teen Titans. Right there. This one here I didn't buy off the stands. I got from the mail order service, Westfield Comics. But once again, DC only does black and white. Black and white. Now, Marvel had a few of those, like that Fantastic Four one that's in color. There was a Captain America. There was a Spider-Man. I have those too. I just didn't grab them this time. Then we had in 1982, Marvel Illustrated Books put out the X-Men, which has, I believe, it is the Giant Size X-Men #1. Or is it 94? Nope, it's Giant Size X-Men number 91. And then it has Psy-War right here. Right there. Which I think was issue 1. Shoot, I can't remember it. I think that's the one with the first appearance of Shadow King. When he's Amul Farouk, or whatever his name is. But nice Dave Cockrum cover there. And this one had a cover price of $1.75. Then, the last one here is from 1990. They came out with another X-Men one. Right there. And this one here is a Tor book. Which also is what Teen Titans was. Okay. And this one, once again, is in black and white. I know this does some burn issues in here. It does the one with Arcade. Okay, X-Men 110, 123, and 124. So, very cool. Okay, and then as a bonus here, I'm going to show something I picked up off of, I believe it was Kickstarter as well. It's the ink art of Gary Martin, Brush with Destiny. Gary Martin's done a lot of work throughout a lot of different companies. He actually does it with an ink pen and a brush, and his work is phenomenal. Let's see. I know he's done some different stuff like this. That's he inked over Barry Wrightson. No, Bernie Wrightson. I'm sorry, Bernie Wrightson. Let's see. He's got a couple where he did homages to Dave Stevens. Some of his other stuff. Here's Black Widow. Friggin' awesome. Hopefully I get to meet him sometime at a show. There's his Harley Quinn. Unbelievable. Pen and brush. There we go. Some Batgirl and Huntress. Yeah, they're all black and white. Got some Star Wars here. Guy does amazing work. So I looked on eBay. There's none up for sale on eBay. So if you can ever find this, I highly recommend you get one. It's freaking awesome. His work is fantastic. There was another one he did. Oh, here's a Sheena, which is after Dave Stevens. He's got a little bit of a comic strip there. And Crossfire, where he did after Dave Stevens in the Crossfire 12 cover. And a Rocketeer homage. And he did a Alex Ross homage, too, for Adjusted. Here it is. Right there. Look at that. That is so cool. Well, hopefully this falls under the short and sweet stuff that I try to do. I try not to keep you guys here too long because I know a lot of people don't like sitting here watching it. So if you could, since you've made it this long, could you please give me a like? Subscribe if you haven't already. Refer it to a friend about the fat guy on YouTube showing some stuff he has. And, well, not stuff he has. Some comics and comic-related things he has. And until next time, keep reading those comics.